Well, hey there, everybody. If you're watching this, this is probably going up on Saturday, so I hope you're having a great Saturday. And, I just wanted to talk about what I thought was kind of, in my opinion, one of the hardest things about learning guitar. Now, there's not really tabs to this lesson. You can check out my free guitar course if you like. That is linked down below in the description, called the Fretboard Decoder. And also, I still have my sale going on. Like I said, this is Saturday, so there's one day left if you want to hop on that sale on my premium guitar courses. But enough of that stuff. Let's go ahead and get to what exactly I'm talking about here. Now, your initial reaction might be, hardest part of learning guitar, oh, it's learning to, maybe just hold the guitar, to pick, use your pinky, play these chords, all that kind of stuff. And I actually think there's something that's a little bit more difficult about learning to play guitar. And it doesn't even actually kind of involve the guitar. To me, the hardest part about learning guitar is finding the time to learn to play guitar. Now, the majority of guitar is just, it's muscle memory based. A lot of it, as far as like playing, is you just need to spend enough time going through the paces of playing these chords and these arpeggios and all this kind of stuff. And that is a huge part of it. But the side of it that I don't see a lot of people talk about is how much time it takes. These things take a lot of repetition to sit there and to go through, your scales or something. Like, it takes hours and hours and months, to go through this. And I think it's often an overlooked thing. We get caught up in the difficulty of, just physically playing it, which is also very hard. So this is why if you are starting out playing guitar, I cannot suggest it enough, or just any person, doesn't matter if you're just starting out, been playing for 10 years, is to have set time for practice. I know you might not want to have your life by a schedule all the time and stuff like that, and I can understand that, but I'm telling you, you'll never find the time. You've got to make the time. And sometimes having this schedule of, okay, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. is practice time. The more you can have a system where you actually know that you have time set aside for playing guitar, the easier learning is going to be. It's such a massive, massive part that, like I said, often gets overlooked. And it's just, this is why a lot of times if someone stops playing guitar, like they take a break, they're like, oh, I'm going to take a break during the summer and come back to it. Well, the issue is if they had finally tackled that hurdle and had time set aside for practicing, well, they fill that up with something else. Maybe it's doing something with their, friends or something like that. And I'm not saying don't do stuff with your friends, play guitar, but I'm just saying if you had time set aside, don't lose it. Hang on to that time, because that's the time that you finally worked something out and you made the time. Now, if you stop playing guitar for a little bit, that time's just going to get filled up with something else, and you're going to have to go through the whole process again. And that's why a lot of people, I think, don't come back to guitar, is they try to come back to it. So after they quit playing for a little bit, they try to come back, and they were like, oh, I don't have any time to practice. And it's because you had time, but you lost it because you took a break, and you essentially gave that time to something else, and now you have to fight to get that time back. So that is, in my opinion, the hardest part. This is where having a structured practice routine, I don't so much do this anymore nowadays, but when I was first playing, I 100% had time that I made sure that I was playing guitar. Like this, that's what this time was for. And I even went to the point where I was in bands and all that kind of stuff, and I felt like I wasn't getting any better. I quit all the bands I was in, and I was like, you know what? I have to stop playing out so much in band practice, and I want to practice. I want to get, better at a lot of stuff. I want more knowledge. I want all these things that I just didn't have time for. So sometimes you got to sacrifice some stuff to make that time. But it's, like I said, to me, it's one of the hardest things about learning guitar is how much time it takes. But if you're willing to make that sacrifice, it will pay off in time. You just have to keep investing your time in it, and it'll pay off in time. So that is today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will be seeing you all on Monday with a new video. And other than that, peace out, homies. Keep on rocking, and I'll see you later. Whoop!